You ever have one of those mornings where you walk into the shop and the smell of the air just tells you exactly how the day is going to go? Today, it smells like fresh cut white oak and high voltage ozone. It's a good day to be a maker, Alex.
That's a very poetic way of saying you didn't trip over a power cord the second you walked in. But you're right, the energy is high today. We've got a massive digest to get through. Everything from 3D printers that don't leave a mountain of plastic waste to the high-stakes world of pipeline inspection.
Man, the tech is moving so fast it's giving me whiplash. I remember when multicolor 3D printing meant you paused the machine at layer 50 and frantically shoved a different colored string of plastic in there before the nozzle cooled down. It was like trying to change a tire while the truck was doing 60 on the interstate.
Well, the AxiLoop MC8 is basically telling us those days are over. 8 toolheads, Tiger. 8. And the big claim is a 10 times reduction in waste. You know that poop pile single nozzle printers make? The one that usually weighs more than the actual part you're printing?
Don't remind me. I printed a little 3-color tugboat for my nephew last year, and by the time it finished, the scrap bucket looked like a unicorn had an unfortunate accident in my workshop. It's painful. You're watching your profits and the environment just get purged into a plastic spaghetti heap. Having dedicated heads for each color is like having a separate brush for every paint instead of washing the same one out every 30 seconds. It's common sense, just scaled for the future.
And speaking of color, Bamboo Lab is doing this make my lithophane thing. Remember those old white plastic carvings that only looked like a picture when you held them to a light? Now they're doing them in full CMYK color.
It's sorcery, honestly. It's taking those translucent layers and stacking them so the light filters through just right to recreate a photograph. If you want to make a gift that'll make your mother-in-law actually like you for once, that's the play right there.
Let's pivot from the desktop to the heavy industry. The August Welding Journal is out, and they are banging the drum for specialized certifications, specifically the CWI, Certified Welding Inspector, training down in Corpus Christi.
Now, that is a serious career move. Look, I love the hood. I love the smell of burning rod and the glow of the puddle. But there comes a point in every welder's life where his knees start sending him a formal resignation letter.
Is that what your knees are doing? Filing for divorce?
They've been in litigation for years, Alex. Moving into inspection is how you stay in the game without needing a chiropractor on speed dial. You're looking at LNG terminals, massive pipelines, refining. These are the veins and arteries of the country. Being the person who signs off on those welds, that's a heavy responsibility, but the paycheck reflects that weight. It's the difference between swinging the hammer and being the one who decides where the nail goes.
It's about longevity. But hey, if you're not in the trades and you're trying to build a business out of your garage, the Maker Mogul world is also getting a facelift. We're looking at Instagram in 2026, and it is a completely different beast. It's not just about pretty pictures anymore.
It's the bots, Alex. The AI is taking over the boring stuff.
It really is. We're seeing creators using Claude and Jasper for their hooks. Because let's be honest, Tiger, your captions are usually just made a thing. It's wood.
Hey, I'm a man of few words and many splinters. But I get it. If I can spend 20 minutes using an AI to cut a video and write a caption that actually gets people to click, that's 20 minutes I can spend at the lathe. And this creator flow thing for DM automation, that's huge. How many times have you missed a commission because you were elbows deep in wood glue and didn't see a message for 3 days?
Exactly. By the time you reply, they've already bought a mass-produced table from a big box store. The 2026 move is social commerce. If people can't buy your bowl or your blade directly inside the app while they're watching the reel of you making it, you're leaving money on the shop floor.
Let's get back to the sawdust for a second. The Maker channel just dropped a video on the Dream Miter Station. And I've got to say, if your miter saw is still bolted to a piece of scrap 2x4 balanced on 2 sawhorses, we need to have a talk.
I feel attacked. My saw is currently on a plastic folding table.
Alex, you're killing me. A real miter station with T-tracks and stop blocks. It's not just for show. It's about not having to pull out a tape measure every single time you need a repeat cut. You set the stop, you flip the switch, and every piece is identical. It turns a frustrating afternoon of measure twice, cut 3 times, still too short into a symphony. Plus, the dust collection. My lungs feel like they've been through a sandstorm just thinking about a saw without a proper hood.
And if you've got high ceilings in the shop, they're suggesting indoor climbing walls, which sounds like a great way for me to fall and break something, but you see the technical side of it, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Building a climbing wall is a masterclass in structural framing. You aren't just slapping plywood on a wall. You're dealing with T-nuts, angled loads, and making sure you're hitting the center of those studs with surgical precision. If you mess that up, the wall isn't the only thing coming down. It's a fun project that actually teaches you how a house is put together.
So, the takeaway for today? Whether you're upgrading your 3D printer to stop the plastic waste, heading to Texas to become a welding inspector, or finally building that miter station so I stop teasing you about your folding table, it's about refinement.
That's it. Stop settling for good enough in your process. Whether it's your marketing stack or your shop layout, find the friction and smooth it out. Life's too short for dull blades and messy DMs.
Well said. Get out there, fam. Audit your tools, check those welding certs, and for the love of all things holy, get your saw off the bucket.
Stay hungry, stay making. We'll see you in the den tomorrow.